Good evening everybody, Tess Crawley here, clinical and forensic psychologist, and I am, in case you can't tell, not in Hobart anymore, Toto. If you've not seen my videos before, I'm the director of Dr. Tess Crawley and Associates Clinical Psychology Practice based in Tasmania, and we've got offices in Hobart and Launceston. And I am in Brisbane today. We've taken an early minute for the end of term. We've come up to Brisbane to see one of the kids' favourite YouTube stars, Dan TDM. And upon excitement, we have a sneaking suspicion he may actually be staying in our hotel. So we've come to get our sillies out at the park and had all sorts of fantastic surprises here, including a flock of bats flying overhead. So it's all been very exciting. Now, just touching base with you tonight to remind you of the choices that I talked about when I was talking to you about over the last 3 videos. We talked about identifying what fear was holding you back from doing, and we talked about identifying moments in your life where you have been courageous and acted without fear, or acted despite fear, or acted despite self-doubt. And then yesterday I asked you to do Nat's with me, Nat, we're mere kilometres away from each other. So yesterday I asked you to do the 3rd step in the homework exercise, which was to have a think about why, now that you know what you're afraid of, now that you know that you can overcome fear, why would you still choose to let fear take the power away from you? So today's video is quite simple, but not necessarily easy to think about. So today we're thinking about choices and having the choice. So now that you know a little bit more about your own fear and self-doubt, now that you know a little bit about your own capacity for courage, I want you to now catch yourself in those moments and choose. Stop and choose. So stop. Notice that little chitter-chatter in here that's telling you not to. Notice what's going on in your own mind and stop, calm yourself and push through that fear and act doing what you would like to be doing, or what you feel you need to be doing. Now there's a couple of ways you can do that. So I want you to sit and think about what's going to work best for you. It might be a lovely moment to pause and calm yourself physically with your breathing and then act despite those initial self-doubts. Or it might be a moment to use a cognitive interrupt. So Mel Robbins' 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and go. That's an example of a cognitive interrupt. And that's to cut through that mental chatter and get you to act. Another one is to use a different part of your brain than the frontal stuff that's producing all that chatter, and actually use physical movement, use coughing, like and that's another cognitive interrupt, or use singing as another cognitive interrupt to sing you through that moment of self-doubt and fear. So find a way that works for you. And if I think of any other examples, because I did jot a couple of ideas down on the plane, but as you can tell, I'm not exactly at a working desk at the moment. So think about what's going to work best for you and then act despite fear. So any moments that you feel that, it might be in a meeting where you've had an idea and you're a bit nervous about speaking up, or it might be about asking for a raise at work, or it might be about telling your partner you want to stop working so that you can study that passionate area you've always wanted to study in your whole life. You're too scared to do it. So that's it. So I am at Southlands. Oh my gosh, there are bats everywhere. South Bank, Southlands. Oh, where am I? I'm in Brisbane, but I can never remember which one's South Bank and which one's Southlands. One's in Melbourne and one's in Brisbane. I always get confused. I really should show you these bats. Hang on a minute, I'll see. Now hang on, check out this. Amazing swimming pool. And there are bats. I can't actually catch them, of course. They're, never going to show themselves when you want to, a bit like Batman, really. So, okay. So I'm here to catch up with some fabulous colleagues while I'm also here for the kids to see Dan TDM, and to have a break and catch up with some family, which I'm very excited about doing. And I hope that you will all have a think about those homework exercises. So that's 4 in total now that you've had from me, to get you thinking about your own capacity to overcome your own fears and self-doubt. I hope they've been of help. Oh, hi Mel, I can see you've joined us too. And thank you, Natalie has given me a welcome to Queensland. I'm very pleased to be here. It's a lovely balmy night, I have to say. It was cold and miserable and raining in Hobart. So if you're liking these videos, give me a like or a share, give me a comment or ask me a question. If you're finding it hard to find topics that you're interested in, you can always have a look at my YouTube channel, and you'll find that there's a series on anxiety in there. There's information about you want to see a psychologist, what do you do next? There's information on our practice and what we do. And of course there's this little series on confronting your own fears and self-doubt. So the YouTube channel is up to date, and I encourage you also to like and follow this page, because then you're more likely to have in your news stream the things that you're wanting to see coming from me. Have a fabulous night. I'm off to go and find something to eat once I've found my children, and I hope to have a fun Brisbane evening tonight, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Have a great evening wherever you are. Bye bye for now.